You are going to encounter people that are going to tell you what you can't do. I hope that you believe in yourself, the confidence that you have in you, and you dream big and you go for it, because there's nothing like saying that you can't without trying. That's the worst feeling in the world. If there's a type of person that I never want to be around, is the person that tells me that they can't do something when they've never tried. That person is defeated. Defeated already. So believe in yourselves. Believe in your abilities. It'll take you a long way. Sports, for me, it took me on a journey. I mean, I've seen so much in my life. I've been to the high of high and to the low of lows in sports. I mean, I've stood on that podium with the confetti coming down with my team, being able to say that there's no greater game than the NFL, and I'm the best. We are the best. And I've been standing on the field watching that confetti come down when another team has been standing on that podium saying that they are the best. But in life, as your highs, you ride and they teach you lessons, you find out about yourself in your lows. Because on that other team was my cousin, and it took everything I had to go tell my cousin congratulations. And that, for me, it let me know that mentally, the integrity in which I played the game and how I went about sports was right. And I'm telling you this because those things in sports, the highs and the lows, those are the things in life. Somehow, the games that we play as kids, they end up being the same games that you're going to play in life. It's just that in life, those wins and losses, they hurt a little bit more. But if you learn from the games that you play as a kid, when you become an adult, you will know how to handle them. You will know the situations that you're in, the decisions you need to make. Because the games are games, but in life, it's real. So I hope that you understand that you're going to have highs, you're going to have lows as you move on in life. It's not the end of the world. And I mean, you can go from being the best to the worst when you're riding that high. So always remember the people beneath you. If there's two things in sports that I look at that I'm really thankful of. I learned how to do two things in sports that I believe if you're going to play a game and you're going to call that game your profession, you need to know how to do. One, how to be a good teammate. What do you tell your team? How do you encourage other people? How do you tell your teammates when the things that they're doing are not right? And then, which I think is the hardest thing in the world, is how to be a leader, because everyone wants to follow. How do you become a leader? Who teaches one how to lead? And not only that, when you know how to lead, how do you interpret that to your teammates? Just imagine playing a professional sport where everybody in the locker room is making millions of dollars. But for some reason, you have to have something within you to convince another grown man to follow you. It takes a special mindset. And I'm going to tell you, my first 5 years in the NFL, I didn't have it. I played in Indianapolis, and it was all about me. I made sure I did my job, and that was it. And Dick Vermeil, when I got traded to the Rams, he challenged me. He watched me work, watched me practice, and I practiced hard. And I went after it. I made sure my job was done. In practice, I could almost say I had perfect practices at times because I rarely made mistakes. But I never really paid attention to other people making mistakes. And he challenged me to make the people around me better by me asking me to dig within myself to give to them. And the old NFL before that was you keep all your secrets to yourself because you're trying to keep your job. There's a guy behind me trying to beat me out. I don't want him to know my secrets. The new NFL from that day forward for me was teach him your secrets, and if he can beat you out, he makes the team better. But if you teach a guy your secrets and he can't beat you, then he respects you more. And that's what Coach Vermeil taught me. And he challenged me to make this team. I mean, I went to the Rams, and they were 4-12 the year I got traded to them. In 1999, we went 13-3 and won the Super Bowl with a backup quarterback because our starting quarterback got hurt in preseason. And he asked something of me, and right there, I started to acquire the information on how to be a leader. Leadership is so easy to follow. It was so easy to just be a part of a team. I hope that you understand that regardless of what you do, you want to lead. Even in the world, everybody in here at some point in time, they have that thought in their mind that you want to be your own boss. You get sick and tired of people telling you what to do. And it's no different than being a leader. But when you have that feeling and you are a leader and you are your own boss, then all those other things you have to worry about get bestowed upon you too. So I hope that you young people, if you're in a sport, learn how to be a good teammate. And if you're in a position of power, know how to lead. Don't take that position if you're not ready to be a leader. Because it'll really expose your team, and it'll definitely expose you. Now, when you go through sports, and let's say you win, I accomplished everything in the game, and it was time for me to walk away. What do you do after sports? When you play 13 years and you've accomplished every goal that's possible, what do you do? I mean, you could coach. I can't see myself coaching. But I felt like the degree I got in oral communication could get me on television. And instead of what most guys do, they wait till they retire to get into TV. I interned while I played. I interned at Fox, I interned at NBC, and I learned the TV business. I even had my own show when I lived in St. Louis, interviewing other players. So the preparation as you go along in life, that preparation, prepare for the future. Know what's out there, know what's ahead. I wish you guys luck. I hope that as you move on in life, as you move on to the next grade, I hope you learn something about yourself. I hope you believe in yourself. And before I leave, my high school coach, this was his message to us. If you played on his team, every time you walked in the gym, you saw it. Every time you walked out of the gym, you saw it. If you travel down the road with no speed bumps, you're headed for a dead end. I hope that you understand that. Seems a little complex. Might not seem like much, but that's life. If you travel down the road and there's no speed bumps, you're headed for a dead end. Thank you guys for having me in Savannah. It's been a pleasure.